things that I want to show today. And one of them, the first one, will be a linter for Kotlin, which will then help us format our code. And I want to show you how you can also utilize this linter tool for your pre-commit hooks. And I will show you how to actually make a Git pre-commit hook. Very easy with this tool. What this is a tool that will help us format our code, but we can also choose to specify our own rule set, or we can also even follow the editor config file, specify our rule sets in there, which the editors, the IDEs, will then follow. So you can download, you can get it very easy with Brew, or just normally get it through the terminal with a curl command. Very easy to get it. So now I'm in one of my Kotlin projects, which then takes old tokens and convert it to new APN tokens. So what we have here is basically we have our whole source code in this file. And what Ktlint does is that if we just run the command like that, we get all these informations on what can be formatted with Ktlint. Let's see what Ktlint actually can do for us. So if we run the help command, then we see that we can
I didn't get that.
Then we see that we can also specify the Android rules code style, Kotlin style. You can also choose coloring for the output, and you can also choose to debug the whole thing, format it with the -- format, or just big F for format. And we can use all kinds of different things. If we want to use our own rule set, then we can just utilize this. But what is really nice is that we can actually have these use these extra commands. We can run this install git pre-commit, which I will use later on. We can also apply the Ktlint style to our IDE globally, just per project. So that the IDE, whenever you do, let's say, whenever you do the formatting, the auto formatting, either the key command or when you find it in the options, then it will follow this kind of rules that Ktlint provides. So let's just run a command here to format everything, because we saw previously that we got a lot of things here, boom, that we could format. And we are then going to format it with Ktlint. And we're just going to format everything, but we can also just format one at a time. Let's do that first. Then we'll see when we do our git status that this Gradle Kotlin script file has been modified. And if we see, then we see, okay, no new line at the end of the file. So that's pretty cool. It also specified what it made. And let's just format everything here. Boom. Let's see our git status, and there we go. Now I'm just going to revert all this, restore it to how it was before, so we don't have anything committed. And then I'm going to add it as a pre-commit. Can't really know what it's called. The pre-commit, we want this one. And let's add it. And now it has been installed here. So if we open this, let's see it, and then it's the pre-commit. then we see that it's going to run this Ktlint relative, and then it's going to show us a couple of things here. And it will only run Ktlint on the cached files, those files that we have changed that has the either kt Kotlin, which is Kotlin files, or is Kotlin script files, KTS, as the build.rail.kts was. So now I'm just going to exit this, and now I'm going to just do a normal commit. Let's say that I'm changing some things here. Let's just change the application.kt, and we will just put in one line. And now let's add everything. And let's just do this as a test. And now it says, okay, this is what needs to be done. But it has already done the things. So it actually ran the Ktlint, and let's actually see if we can find it here. So let's application.kt. We need to put it in here. See. Okay. Let me just do this, and then Kotlin, this. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So now it's just giving us these things that we can do. And now I actually ran the formatting of it, so it can run it. But we could also modify it, modify our pre-commit to actually change the files, try and format everything, and then commit it, put it into our commit. But I'm not going to do that right now. So yeah, that's Ktlint, and that's how it was also used as a pre-commit hook, which is pretty nice.